Just about set to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Tyler Gilbert.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The next offering misses. Now 2-0. Right through there for a strike. And that one missing low. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Luis Ariz stands in. Swings through that one for strike one.
No ball, one strike.
Runner at first with no outs here. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Outside low, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nobody out, runner at first. That one is absolutely belted. Taylor raging back towards the wall. And it hits the fence. And he's got a double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Here's Manny Machado now. Golden opportunity right here. That one's in there, and that is strike one. Base hit, 1 run is in. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. In comes the run from second. And it's a 2-run single. It's 2-0.
Just a huge at bat right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
No outs. Runner at first. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. His second homer this series, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Ramon Laureano. Into center and a base hit.
Batting 6, left fielder Gavin Sheets.
Man at first, So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And that one clips the corner. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
1-2.
High fly ball out towards left center. Robertson sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, this is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Ryan O'Hearn in the box now. No balls and a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. Laureano leads off first with one away. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
1-0.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Padres 4, and the White Sox coming to bat. Back here with my pal Singy, and today on the hill, Randy Vasquez. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Chase Mydroff, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. And the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 1-2.
2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
This to third. Machado throws to first in time. One gone, bottom half of the first. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense is in the bottom third of the league in runs scored.
Boog, it becomes extremely frustrating, and then what happens is guys press, especially in run scoring opportunities and situations. And on top of that, I mean, you really make it harder on your pitcher. He feels like he's got to be perfect to go out there and win a ball game, or at least to put the team in a position to win a ball game. So they've got to figure out a way to relax, get those runners across when they have them on, and especially when they're in scoring position.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Hit in the air, left field. Corrals it. 2 down.
Batting third baseman, Miguel.
Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. Singing when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. That's in there. That one catches the zone. 0-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
It's softly on the ground, left side. On to O'Hearn. Third out. Down in order go the White Sox. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And we're back. Second inning set to go.
Catcher,
Digging in. Freddie Fermin. Gilbert back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Swinging a foul straight back. And the 0-2. And ball 1.
1-2.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Tatis takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Foul ball there. 1 out, base is empty. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He sends it out of here. His 23rd of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip. Singy, that's his 150th career home run.
Man, Boog, 150 trips around the bases. That's a lot. Congrats to him. I tell you what, that's a lot of trotting. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Doubled his first time up. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And there's the ball. Just misses. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So, man aboard. Stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Nasty pitch right there. And it's 0-1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Number 64 getting loose out there. Eller getting loose as well. Man at first, 1 away. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. A Fernando Tatis Tater for San Diego. And the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Colson Montgomery. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one is off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter now, Edgar Caro. And first offering is fouled off. And that one cutting but missing down low.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Now a fly ball to right center. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Way upstairs, ball 1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that's way high. And a count 2-1. 2 out, space is empty. And that's outside.
3-1.
That's a walk.
Thank you, baby.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
Now here is Will Robertson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball.
Sosa,
1 strike.
the runner at first with 2 gone. In the air, left side. Sheets makes the play, and that'll do it. The White Sox leave 1. It's 5-0.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
White
to start the
Sox.
third, and there's a new arm on the mound, number 64.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Here's the youngster,
Leading
Jackson
off for the
Merrill, at the
Padres.
plate.
You know what I love about this kid?
Jackson Merrill.
Nothing seems to scare him.
That's right.
He made quite an impact as a rookie, delivering in key spots over and over again. Merrill even became the youngest Padres player to hit a home run in a postseason game.
Vargas makes the grab, 1 away.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ramon Laureano.
Laureano comes up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Laureano in his 6th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he's usually, and that one almost hit him.
1-0.
This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. His 2nd home run of the series. It's 6-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. And there's a strike.
0-1.
One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And it's fouled away. That one not close. And that is ball 1. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Ryan O'Hearn.
That's outside. 1-0. Fouled off left side. And that drops in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Out number 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the inning.
And
Here's the
off
center
to the
fielder,
left side.
Michael A.
Center
Taylor.
fielder, Michael.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and
Taylor.
having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next offering is fouled back. 0-2 now. Swing and a ground ball, and that's a foul ball. Got him. And now one away.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long.
Right
Not
fielder,
quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
So up next, Dominic Fletcher. First pitch, and he just misses. And that's through there for a strike. And there's a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Way inside.
2-2.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Hit in the air left field. Sheets hauls it in, and there's two away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup.
Chase
Now it's the
Mydroff.
second baseman, Chase Mydroff. He's 0 for 1. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And that's off the outside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going. Here's Mike Tauchman. Flied to left his first time. And a foul ball. Oh, look at the stop. The throw. And very nicely done for the out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Padres 6 and the White Sox nothing. Back at right field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Jake Cronenworth. Line drive, makes the catch, one down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And that's outside. Swing and a foul out of play. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. In the air, out towards left center. And he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis
So the
Jr.
San Diego batting order turns over. Fernando Tatis Jr. the next up for the Padres. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through that one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Back here on the south side, bottom of the 4th, down to third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas.
Right down to shoot, and that's strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Foul ball, still 0-2. And downstairs. Ground ball up the middle. Cronenworth throws on to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting,
good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Colson Montgomery. Doubled in his first AB. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a foul straight back. Ground ball right side. A dive. Nice stop from his knees. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Edgar Caro. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Tatis makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Padres 6 and the White Sox nothing. Here on the south side, the batter now, Luis Arias. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one Wrapped foul. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Slings it across, one up, one down.
Up next for the Padres, third baseman Manny Machado.
Here comes Manny Machado. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or...
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Stretches out and holds it in.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Center fielder Jackson Merrill.
2 down, base is empty. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side. Slings to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Lenny Sosa. Vasquez back to work. Foul ball.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That one missed. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, left fielder Will.
And now here is
Robertson.
Will Robertson. Fly to left his first time. To third, handled by Machado. Throws across the diamond, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, center fielder Michael A. Taylor.
2 outs, base is empty. Now Michael A. Taylor struck out looking at his first at bat.
Look, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
That one the other way, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. All set for the top of the 6th. At the plate, Ramon Laureano. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the bullpen. Martin Perez preparing to come on if needed. Gomez also throwing. Right through there for a strike. And that is out of play. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That one just misses.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
And foul ball. And a foul ball. And that one almost got him. This one in the dirt to second, and he's out.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, try to get in the scoring position, but if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
That one misses, and it's a full count.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. One down, base is empty. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
One down. Ryan O'Hearn, the next up for the Padres, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. O'Hearn goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Sheets, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That misses. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Padres up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground to the left. 1 at second. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Padres 6 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
Right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
Outside, ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
On its way to the corner, and that will drop foul. And that one fouled off. Up the middle, Cronenworth. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for the White Sox, second baseman, Chase.
Here's the second baseman, Chase Meidroff. 1 for 2. Inside, just missed. Slice down the right side. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Up next for the
2
White
down,
Sox,
bases empty.
designated
Mike
hitter,
Tauchman digs in now. 0 for 2 in this
Tauchman.
one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Swing and a base hit, and that extends the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Sheets makes the grab, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 left for the White Sox. They still find themselves down 6-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the White
back.
Sox.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
94.
Yoendrys Gomez.
Yoendrys
on for his 20th appearance of the year.
Gomez.
Now it's the second
Leading off for
baseman,
the
Jake
Padres,
Cronenworth.
Second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So a man at first. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. Cronenworth gets his lead at first with nobody out. That's a little bit low. That one way outside. Yeah, that's ball 2. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. Mydroff makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. He's already homered in this game. Line drive, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. So digging in, Luis Arias. That's outside, and it's 1-0. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 away.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
And now it's Manny Machado. And Manny gets a piece. That's off the mark, and now it's even 1-1.
1 ball.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Fletcher tracks it down for the out. Padres leave a pair. They lead it though 6-0.
Now pitching for San
We're back in a
Diego.
new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ron Marinaccio.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
Montgomery.
Montgomery up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Ball to strike. Fastball for a strike. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Stays alive.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
That one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Two outs, base is empty. Lenny Sosa now at the plate. Fought off foul. And it's even up.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two outs. Up the middle, and that one handled, and the White Sox go quietly. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Padres 6 and the White Sox nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
the wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. Strike two.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
The 0-2. And they'll do it again.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
High in the air, out to right. Fletcher makes the play, and there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now it's
Ramon
the DH,
Laureano.
Ramon Laureano. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Just
No.
missed.
1-1.
Late on that fastball.
So far, all we've seen in this
One ball,
at-bat are
two strikes.
fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
The Padres up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is outside.
2-2.
Slider misses outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. One down, base is empty. That's to third. A sliding stop over to first. And that's a great play for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique
Now
was
batting,
great.
left fielder,
Reaction time was there,
Gavin
and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Next for the Padres, Gavin Sheets. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Good eye right there. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Will Robertson. Marinaccio back to work. There's a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Jeremiah Estrada, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Pivetta getting cranked up as well. That misses, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting
Now
in that
batting,
at-bat. Once you get the
center
ball by the
fielder,
pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground
Taylor.
balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swings through that one. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Robertson on at first. Nobody out. To short, could be two. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that
Now
on the
batting,
backhand
right
and
fielder,
gather himself, get his feet
Dominic
underneath him. He had a long throw,
Fletcher.
but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. That one almost got him.
Strike.
Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove,
Now
but
batting,
you will get some
second
high fives.
baseman,
You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done
Mydroff.
everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So 2 down now, and here is Chase Mydroff. 1 for 3. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at
No ball.
95.
1 strike.
Outside. Got the bat going too soon.
One
It's
ball,
strike
2
2.
strike.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And there's a ball.
2 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
White
It's
Sox.
the top of the 9th, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
54.
mound, Martin Perez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Ryan
Leading
O'Hearn
off for
getting
the
ready to
Padres,
hit. 0
first
for 3
baseman,
with 2
Ryan
strikeouts
O'Hearn.
and a ground out. The wind to kick the pitch. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Perez, a 6-foot lefty, 33 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Alexander, the left-hander, up and throwing. Iser also getting ready. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Down and in, moved his feet.
That's a ball.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
In the air out to center. Taylor giving chase. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And out to a board.
Now
I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So digging in now for San Diego, Freddie Fermin. Fouled off. He was late. Battling here as he fouls it away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Feed to second, that's one. Back to first for two, and that'll do it. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Padres 6 and the White Sox nothing.
Now pitching for San
Back
Diego.
now as they hand the ball to a fresh
Number
arm to
50.
start the bottom of the ninth. Adrian Morejon. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And now the
And
DH,
leading
Mike
off for the
Tauchman.
White Sox, designated hitter, Mike Tauchman.
Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. Morejon, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the
Now
effort from their
batting,
starter.
third baseman,
Yeah, we've seen some
Miguel
pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far.
Vargas.
I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Vargas in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And that's a little bit high. And now 2-0. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, you know, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
That's a little high. And that's ball 3.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, shortstop, Colson.
Now it's going to be
Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Next offering is in for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. Sheets. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 7.
So they're down to their final out. Edgar Caro will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Padres use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will. Bring it into the next one and get another W.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.